What's going on, everybody? So, I just wanted to talk quickly about the Nintendo Switch 2. It's been 4 months since this handheld released, and already it's been collecting dust, for me anyway. I think it's because I don't really particularly appreciate the first party titles like Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World. And so far, there have been two major first party titles for this handheld. And honestly, all of the third party games have been drip fed to us over the course of the last 4 months. So for me, it hasn't really been that interesting. I mean, Cyberpunk 2077 was a great experience, but it only lasted a couple weeks after I lost interest, like I did with this game, using it and playing it on the Steam Deck. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with the Nintendo Switch 2, but I've been playing my Steam Deck ROG Ally a lot more because they have the more updated games. Ninja Gaiden 4 recently came out, and I play that on the ROG Ally. Played just fine on that. Not sure why it hasn't released on the Nintendo Switch 2 or even been mentioned to release on it. I hope there are going to be more third party games coming soon, but so far, the selection we have are mostly Nintendo Switch 1 games, and I have a Nintendo Switch 1 for that. I don't need a Nintendo Switch 2. The fact that it's a lot bigger than the first Switch makes it more unwieldy than the first. So I just go back to the first one because it is more portable and it's actually pocketable as well. I use the Switch Lite mostly, and I actually put it in my pocket and I bring it with me on the train, wherever I need to bring that system. But with the Switch 2, you have to kind of think about exactly where you want to put this, more so than where you would want to put a Nintendo Switch 1 or Switch Lite. So its portability has been messing up the experience. Honestly, I bring my ROG Ally out a lot more than this because it has games that are worth actually bringing outside, like Ninja Gaiden 4. I won't mention any other games because that's honestly the only game I'm playing right now. But if that game released on the Switch 2, this would be a totally different story. I'm sure it wouldn't look as good as it does on the RG Ally, but it seems like it's going to take probably a year to optimize those games. So, since third party titles are being drip fed to us, it's honestly making me just put the Nintendo Switch down and forget about it for the majority of the time I've owned this system. So, I really don't know if I'm going to keep the Switch 2, seeing how games like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has been released recently, or it's going to be released. I'm not sure if that thing is even out, but it's been taking a very long time for these games to release in general. So I honestly have just not been playing it. I've been playing on a Switch Lite because that's more impressive. Playing a game like Astral Chain on a Switch Lite is a better experience than playing it on a bigger screen, on a heftier, heavier system that should be playing games that look at least 10 times better, similar to how they look on the Steam Deck and RG Ally. And I'm not talking about optimization. If you were to think about optimization for the Switch 2, it's been pretty stellar in terms of just one game, and that is Cyberpunk 2077. This is the game you need to try out at least once on the Switch 2, and then probably just put the system down if you're not into the first party titles that have been released. And besides that, we have Fast Fusion, which I played twice and then put down, similar to Fast RMX. And Donkey Kong Bonanza, I played the demo, and I'm pretty sure you just need to play the demo and you play the whole game. You just destroy the entire stage, and honestly, the demo is long enough to just play that and not buy the game for 70, $80. I forgot what the price was. I believe it's 70. Besides that, all of my games are just Switch 1 games, which I play on my Switch 1. And as you can see, a lot of them are not on this system because I've been slowly moving them over to my Switch 1. And I'm probably thinking about selling this thing and then getting it again, similar to how I did with the Switch 1. It's my system. I can do what I want with it, but honestly, I'd rather give it to somebody that who would appreciate it opposed to just letting this thing collect dust over time. But yeah, it's been 4 months, and let me know what you guys think about the Switch 2 so far. Have you been enjoying it, or has it been collecting dust similar to how it has with me? And thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Later.